Wise men speak because they have something to say, fools, because they have to say something. Courage is knowing what not to fear. At the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. The measure of a man is what he does with power. The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. Ignorance, the root and stem of all evil. He who commits injustice is ever made more wretched than he who suffers it. The heaviest penalty for declining to rule is to be ruled by someone inferior to yourself. The price good men pay for indifference to public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. One of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. Love is a serious mental disease. The direction in which education starts a man will determine his future life. Justice in the life and conduct of the state is possible only as first it resides in the hearts and souls of the citizens. Ideas are the source of all things. Opinion is the medium between knowledge and ignorance. There are three classes of men: lovers of wisdom, lovers of honor, and lovers of gain. The eyes of the soul of the multitudes are unable to endure the vision of the divine. Excellence is not a gift but a skill that takes practice. We do not act rightly because we have virtue or excellence, but we rather have those because we have acted rightly. We are what we repeatedly do. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. Wise men speak because they have something to say, fools, because they have to say something. The heaviest penalty for declining to rule is to be ruled by someone inferior to yourself. Love is the joy of the good, the wonder of the wise, the amazement of the gods. Knowledge which is acquired under compulsion obtains no hold on the mind. I exhort you also to take part in the great combat, which is the combat of greater than every other earthly conflict. I am the wisest man alive, for I know one thing, and that is that I know nothing. The punishment suffered by the wise who refuse to take part in the government is to live under the government of bad men. There will be no end to the troubles of states, or indeed, my dear Glaucon, of humanity itself, till philosophers become